Hello student, good afternoon. Today we are going to study new topic called subject agreement with verb. Yesterday, as you all know, we discussed question types. Yesterday means day before yesterday. We discussed question types. So today we'll discuss one new topic for your new board, subject agreement with verb. And this topic, subject agreement with verb, you may have or you may get from 1 mark. Subject agreement with verb. As I am writing clear words so that you can understand subject agreement with verb. Now, as you know already, it's one of the easiest topic for your Q board because we know verbs. Verbs means not the main verbs. We are not talking about main verbs. Main verbs. We are talking about helping verbs. We are talking about helping verbs. So main verbs helps us to talk about action, but we are not talking about the main verbs. We are not talking about main verbs. We have to talk, or we are going to learn about helping verbs with the subject. With the subject. Now, any sentence formation, the structure of the sentence, the structure of the sentence is what usually we need subject. If not, we need helping verb. If not helping verb, we need main verb. Yes, and then we need preposition going to market. Preposition we need, and then we need an object. So this is the structure of the sentence. When you understand the structure of the sentence, by this we come to know the helping verb is completely dependent on the subject. If subject is singular, we use singular helping verb. If subject is plural, we use plural helping verb. Okay, so there are certain rules, regulations we need to follow, that we must understand that. Because all time, subjects we will not be getting in the exam whatever we know. Because according to us, subject means I, we, you, they, we, she, it in the form of pronoun or person, place, thing. So based on that, we understood that the meaning of the subject is. But in your main exam, in your board exam, subject meaning is something different. There are so many words like each, every, none other than, either, neither, either or, neither nor, not only, but also. So when these subjects, they also act sometimes as subject. Neither he doesn't know, nor she. It means now here neither. We are using the first word. Okay. So when we have neither, what will be our helping word? When we have either, what will be our helping verb? So similarly, we have to understand not only just he, she, I, it. We have to understand there are so many the rest of the words. In what way they are going to agree with the subject. Okay, my dear students. So let's understand now one by one so that we can get 1 mark in your board exam subject agreement with the verb. So let's begin the class. Now see here. Today in this class we will discuss only 5 important points. We will discuss only 5 important points. Let's understand first one. If two different noun, if two different nouns, okay, joined by, if two different nouns joined by, and, I'm focusing here, if two different nouns joined by and, then helping verb, simple form, short form, helping verb is plural. Helping verb is plural. If two different nouns joined by and, helping verb is plural. How it is? Two different nouns. Example: Rahul and Raju. Rahul and Raju. Now I have Rahul here, one noun one, and then Raju, noun two. If two different nouns, Rahul and Raju, two different nouns, they are joined by and, helping word is plural. In case Rahul and Raju are. Good students. Rahul and Raju are good students because we have two different noun forms. Rahul and Raju, two different noun forms we have. Similarly, my parents and brothers. My parents and brothers. Now see here. My parents and brothers. Here one noun, and then this is noun two. Then what do we need? We need plural helping verb. So my parents and brothers were helpful. Okay, so before I carry you in detail, I will write here two words always used, singular and plural, subject agreement with the verb. Now here singular form, see here singular form does, singular form is, singular form has, and singular form was. Then if you want plural form, then plural form we have do. Plural form is do. Plural form is have. Plural form is have. Then we have plural form like were. And plural form is are. Subject is singular helping words. Subject is plural helping words. Now what do we have? N1, N2. N1, N2. So because of that, our subject is are. N1, N2, because of that, our subject is were. So what we need to understand here, when we have two different nouns joined by and, use helping verb plural form. Okay? So this is the first point. I hope this sentence is clear. Okay? Go for the next one. Let's go to the next point. If two different nouns joined by and, again, if two different nouns joined by and, having a similar qualities, having the similar qualities or depend upon each other, then use singular helping verb. You see, if two different nouns are joined by and, having a similar qualities and depend upon each other, then use singular helping verb. Then how it is? Now we will take two different nouns. One is bread and butter. Now see here, bread and butter. We have two different nouns, noun 1 and noun 2. Similarly, I have like rice and dal. Rice and dal. Bread and butter and rice and dal. So N1, N2, N1, N2. See here, if two different nouns joined by and, two different nouns joined by and, having a similar quality or depend on each other. Don't you think bread or butter, butter or bread depend on each other? Don't you think rice and dal or dal and rice depend on each other? Yes, water and ice depend on each other. Okay, so similarly here, if in a sentence two different nouns having similar quality or depend on each other, helping word is singular. Helping word is singular. How it is? Bread and butter is my favorite or are my favorite? Bread and butter is my favorite. Bread and butter is my favorite. Rice and dal. Rice and dal has prepared. Yes, rice is different, dal is different, but since they depend on each other, that's why we are using here singular helping verb, as you can see here. Okay? Ice and water, horse and carriage. Now see here, one we have horse and second one we have carriage. Horse and carriage is used, has used, was used. Okay, horse and carriage was used by the king. Horse and carriage was used by the king. As you can see here, one is horse, second one is carriage. So we have two different nouns. We have two different nouns. N1 and then N2. N1 and then N2 was used by the king. Fine. So we come to the definition again. If two different nouns joined by and having a similar qualities depend on each other, then use singular helping verb. This is one point. Sorry, second point. We'll discuss one more, last one. See, if a sentence begins if a sentence begins with each, every, neither, either, no, first we will talk about each and every. Each and every. If a sentence begins with each and every, then use singular helping verb. Use singular helping verb. Focus here. How it is? Each seat is occupied. Every member was informed. Every member was informed. Okay? Now what you are understanding here? When we have each in a sentence, if a sentence begins with each and every, sentence begins with each and every, then your helping verb should be singular. Your helping word should be singular. Okay, my dear students? In this way, we will talk about or we will discuss subject agreement with the verb. In my next class, some more rules we will study. So till then, take care. Thank you.